Make some noise here at the Untitled Open Mic at Dragonfly Cafe. My name is Ricky.
My name is Nikolai. She, her, they, them. I'm also one of your co-hosts for this evening.
We're really excited. We've been doing this open mic for over 18 years. Yeah, y'all can make some noise for that. Been happily hosting this twice a month. We're here every first and third Wednesday at Dragonfly Cafe. Let's do a big shout out to our lovely venue. Let's clap it for our lovely Dragonfly Cafe. Yeah, definitely support the venue. Grab some food, grab some drink, tip the team well. Yeah, they open up the space for us tonight, so we'll be able to continue having a lovely platform for poetry, for stories, to be able to share that with our community here. So yeah, just super excited, and we're super grateful for y'all being part of the Low Poetry Wheel and the Untitled Open Mic experience. Some things for y'all to know. In addition to an open mic, we like to have a main event, and tonight is a really special main event. Make some noise if you've been to a poetry slam before.
Okay, that's good. That's a good thing.
It's a good thing. If you haven't been to a poetry slam, it's like emotions and sports combined. Sports. It is sports ball with poems. These poets have been competing on our Low Poetry Wheel Mill City Speak circuit, earning a spot to be here at finals. And our goal is to select a team that represents Mill City Speaks, Low Poetry Wheel, this lovely venue, for other poetry gatherings, festivals, regionals throughout the Northeast, the country, intergalactically. Yeah. We're getting there. We're working on it. But most importantly, y'all are here to listen and give time and energy to these incredible stories that we're going to be witnessing for tonight. So that's really big. But in addition to that, we do other slams and we do other features. And this is just a space for us to collectively celebrate that and make room for those incredible stories. But we got to do a little housekeeping and kind of let y'all know how else we want to make this house a cozy, supportive, creative environment. So.
Yeah, sure. Alrighty. Hello, everyone. I'm still here. Housekeeping. So, for the benefit of everyone in this room, there are certain rules, I guess, so to speak. Couple things. Although we do encourage dialogue and whatnot, we'll get some call response, all that stuff later on. We ask that out of respect for the performers on stage and those around you. Talking is great. We're here to talk, but any side conversations, minimal volume. Folks might not be able to hear the best, and also, I mean, we make it look real easy to get up here, and yeah. So yeah, people get nervous and just be nice in that regard. There are gendered restrooms, key accessible on this floor. The key is by the registers. There are gendered restrooms that don't have a key. Downstairs, more stalls, better light. Mirror selfies, we take this stuff very seriously. What else?
Call and response.
Call and response, yes. Boundaries, yes. A great band, but also, we ask that people are respectful, both physically and emotionally, on and off stage. If there is someone who is on the open mic and you're going to be sharing something with stronger content, we do ask you provide a trigger warning. Audience, if you hear a trigger warning and think, no, I don't, that is okay. Protect your peace, take care of yourself. There's an exit that way. There's an exit that way. Put your jacket on if you're going that way, taking care of yourself. But move in and out of the space as you see fit. Call and response, yes. So we like to do some fun call and response stuff. So active listening, as we like to call it. Maybe Ricky is sharing a poem that is brand spanking new. He, thought of it on the ride here, so he has some new shit.
New shit.
Maybe I'm sharing something that I wrote a couple hundred years ago, and I have some old shit.
Old shit.
So if we say shit, you say shit with us. All the shit in between. In between shit. Exactly. Oh, we'll work on it. It's okay. If it is your first time on the Untitled open mic, please let us know. If it is your second time on the Untitled open mic, also please let us know. If it's your third time, thank you so much for being here, but you don't have to say anything about it. You folks will find out why. Ricky, anything else you want to share?
I mean, it is a poetry. I mean, everything's poetry, art. But if you do like something, you can snap. Can we practice snapping real quick? Yeah, if you don't know how to snap, just it looks cool. Just do it like that, you know. And of course, after every performer, if you want, you can definitely clap for the homie. Can we practice clapping real quick? And maybe you want to respond in other ways. Can I get a yeah, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Can I get a So please respond appropriately. Give energy back to the stage, to the performer. And we just keep that going. We invite you to participate and engage. We're having fun. You know, Nikolai mentioned, there might be some heavy stuff. There might be some light stuff. So the whole range is there. What we also like to say is, the organizers here, we're trying to upkeep and make this home a home that we want to be a part of. And sometimes that does get tough. But with that responsibility, we want to share that with everyone here. We are all caretakers of this space that we want to be a part of. This is our community. We want to take care of each other, which also means there is harmful, problematic energies and attitudes and ideals in this world, unfortunately. And we do not want to bring any harm or hate speech to our neighbors into the space. So if y'all rocking with that, can I get a yeah, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. Of course, it does not mean you have to be nice.
Don't be nice.
Be
Necessary.
Exactly. What we like to say is no fuck shit up, but
No fucked up shit.
yeah, we say that. Right? Okay, great. Perfect. So
A couple of them still say.
we're working on it. But like I said, we're here to enjoy ourselves and give a platform for stories and poetry and art, and it can be a place for beautiful conversations and also just a good time. I think we cover most things. If anything, we'll let y'all know. But this event we are streaming this on YouTube, and we like to take photos as well. So let us know if you don't want to get photographed. I think that feels pretty good. Comfy cozy. With that, are y'all ready for our first performer? We'll let y'all know who's on deck, because we don't go in any particular order. About 3 minutes tonight. We're going to do 3 minutes for the open mic tonight. Nikolai, who's on deck? Because I know who's up next.
On deck, we have Corey. Corey, you are on deck.
Oh, fun. With that, I want y'all to make some noise for our lovely co-host who's going to break the ice. Let's give it up for Nikolai, y'all.
I always feel so strange talking to myself. Hello, everyone. I am the icebreaker, the ice smasher, whatever you want to call it. I have some old shit.
Old shit.
Some of you might recognize this one because I don't have any new shit. This one's called Hit Part 2. Not by a car this time, but by emotions. Things in life I cannot change. Number 1, death is inevitable. Number 2, in 2014, Zach Bagans fixed his deviated septum, but at the same time got a nose job that he didn't need to get. Number 3, the trees that were in front of the house of my across the street neighbors have been cut down. Zach Bagans didn't need to get a nose job. Nothing will ever bring back his natural God-given nose. His ego skyrocketed afterward too, which isn't fun to watch, but hey, at least he can breathe better despite his sensitivity to airborne contaminants. My neighbors across the street didn't need to cut their trees down, but I already wrote a poem about that. Zach Bagans honestly had a beautiful nose that, honestly, he should have kept. If I ever get the chance to meet the man who influenced so many aspects of my life, I'm going to tell him to his face, I miss your natural nose. I won't lie to you and say that I never cried because of Zach Bacon's nose job. I cried about it right before writing this poem, and I've cried about it before that, and I'll continue to cry about it because, although I am pleasantly haunted by the words of Jesse Rutherford from the song Honest that he wrote specifically for the second Spider-Man movie, even though that song ended up being in the ending credits, not in any of the scenes of the actual motion picture itself, I have a hard time accepting that change can be amazing. Number 4, Honest by the Neighborhood should have gotten more recognition than it did because that song is a masterpiece, even if only thought so by me and me alone, because that song is one of the few reasons that teenage me decided, that's right, made the active decision to stay alive. I can't bring more recognition to Honest by the Neighborhood. I can't bring back the trees in front of the house of my across the street neighbors. I can't bring back Zach Bacon's natural God-given nose. All I can do is sit here and cry and write poems that maybe I'll read to people who also struggle with the things that they cannot change. I'm still here. Alrighty, on deck we have Nick. Nick, you are on deck, but up next we have the homie Corey. Clap till Corey gets to the microphone.
First time doing this, so let's see, 5 minutes, 300 seconds to kill. Let's go back to temporary life. First temp job ever. I remember I get to the agency and they were like, okay, well, you're going to be working at this car lot. I was like, oh, car lot, I'm going to be selling cars. They're like, no, you're just going to be at the front desk person at the secondary lot. I was like, okay, that's not bad. Sounds easy. So I get to the secondary lot.
Once again, I can tell you this the first time, right?
Yeah. I swear, I have some idea what I'm doing, but not really. I can think it. How many more seconds do we have? Anyway, continuing onwards. I get to the secondary lot, and a couple of cars there, and the guy's like, oh, hey, welcome to the lot. This is your desk. You'll be here. I'm like, oh, okay. What do I do? I'm not selling cars. He's like, no commission for you. You, when the customers come, you call us. Me and my brother will come down. We'll sell the cars. We'll make the money. That's your job. I'm like, okay, great. I'm like, how many customers do you get? And he's like, 1 or 2. I'm like, oh, 1 or 2 a day? I'm going to get all of my homework done because I was in college at the time. This is going to be great. And he says, no, 1 or 2 a week. I was just like, wow, okay, that's great. And this was way back in the olden days. So I had a radio with 1 channel that worked, and it came in intermittently, which is kind of fun because I'd be like sitting there, okay, work. The song, I can hear it. I have to sit like this for like the whole song, but I can hear it really good. Now, after he tells me all this, he turns and he goes, by the way, there's nothing illegal going on here. And I'm like, oh, perfect, great. I'm not a serial killer. Have a good day. So he goes off, and the week goes by, no customers. I'm sitting on my phone, calling my friends, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm at work. I'm at work too. They're like, no, you're not. I'm like, okay, fine. But I got all my college homework done, and that was June. And one day his brother comes by, introduces himself, and they're like, oh yeah, there's a state trooper that's gonna come by, and he's gonna want what's in this vanilla envelope. So if the state trooper comes by, call one of us. We will get here immediately, and we will give this envelope to the state trooper. But make sure you call us because we will race here. I was like, okay, not a problem. That's great. Then the 2 of them, the brothers, both stop at the door, turn to me in unison, stereo, and they're like, there's nothing illegal going on here. And I'm like, great, state trooper, nothing illegal. I believe both of you. So as I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of like hanging out, okay, I think that means I've got about a minute to go, so let's hurry it up. The state trooper shows up. Now, the thing is, the envelope was not left in my area. It was left in the main office where the brothers would hang out. So State trooper comes in, and he's just like, hey, where are they? I'm like, I called them. And we're sitting there, and we're waiting. And they're like 2 minutes down the road. 5 minutes go by. 10 minutes go by. About 20 minutes go by. The state trooper's like, do you have anything for me? I'm like, oh, the envelope. Yeah, great. Let's go get it. So I walk down the hall into the office. I get the envelope. The state trooper takes the envelope, looks at it, goes, okay, hands it back to me. He drives off. Right after he leaves, a pair of cars come bombing into the lot. And both of the brothers are like, hey, what's going on? Where's the state trooper? You called us. You said there was a state trooper here. I was like, yeah, he was here for like 20 minutes. You guys said you'd be here in 2. He left. So the older brother looks at me and goes, so the state trooper was here alone with you? I'm like, yeah. He's like, but he stayed in the front office. And I was like, no. And he's like, what do you mean? 2 more seconds. Okay. So I'm like, no, he went to your office to get the envelope. They followed me down. They tell me to reenact it. I had to reenact it. As I'm reenacting it, I look over and they're checking everything in the office. And then, of course, as I'm wrapping this up very quickly, they come out. They're like, don't worry, Corey. Everything's fine. There's nothing illegal going on here. I was gone. End of the first temp job. There are more. But that's it for now. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
All right. Make some noise for Corey, everyone. Corey, this was your first time on the Untitled open mic? This was your first time? All right. Okay. Come back. We're good. Yes. Yes. I love the enthusiasm. All right. So, what we like to do for our first time homies is I am going to count to 3, and all together we're all going to shout, please come back. Audience, can we do that?
Yes.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Please come back.
We got a thumbs up. I'm saying that. All right. And yes, although this is a politically open mic, stories are welcome too. Again, we just ask. Typically, it's 3 to 5 minutes tonight. 3 minutes because the slam. We're very excited for the slam. Yes, thank you. We should like write a song. Alrighty, up on deck we have Alexandria. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, Alexandria, you are on deck. But up next, we have the homie Nick. Clap till Nick gets to the microphone.
I have a few haikus. They're fun. I think they're like a fun little icebreaker that I do between like bigger projects. So my first one is: blue light stains my face. Petty eyes find flaws in you and your perfection. My empty mind will, stretch beyond limits, create only a migraine. My body holds scars, wide and deep enough to stuff poetry inside.
Okay. Great guidance. Clap it up for Nick, everyone. The potential guidance is how close people are to the microphone. This is what I sound like here. This is what I sound like here. This is what I sound like here. Here, right here. Yeah, just for feedback and whatnot. We're gonna keep clapping for Nick so I can collect my thoughts. You deserve all the claps. Alrighty. On deck, we have LD. LD, you are on deck. But up next, we have the homie Alexandria. Keep clapping. And you here?
Yes.
I used to go to awakening, so I guess I'm new here. I have a couple of poems, but I think I'll
read one song. Titled, I ate my brain for breakfast. Thank you. Wow, that's way better. Alright, this one's titled, I ate my brain for breakfast. My brother does acid, but not anymore. He got up for 5 years. Then they threw him back in for saying he burned down a roof. I apologize. It's okay. I'm a little bit epileptic, but I'm okay. I'm gonna try it one time. I ate my brain for breakfast. My brother does acid, but not anymore. He got out for 5 years. Then they threw them back in. We're saying, can I?
You did great.
I
You got it. You got it. Thank you.
Alexandria, thank you so much for coming out and giving it a shot. We are proud of you. It's like I say, it's not easy doing this kind of stuff. And I, for one, am proud of you for even attempting, okay? You did great. You did great. Let's clap it up for Alexandria, guys. Take care of yourself. There you go. Right. On deck, we have Gunnar. Gunnar, you are on deck. Up next, we have the homie LD. Make some noise, LD. Get to the microphone.
How's this sound? Here? Yeah, all right. My name is Lindsay, but friends call me LD. We're all friends now. This is my first time here. Thanks for having me. I got two for you. Do you guys want to go like sad, happy, or happy, sad?
Happy set.
Happy, sad. What the fuck is up? Okay. All right, so the happy one is called This Poem is Selling Roses by the Highway. And Lucy cigarettes. It's been raining for weeks. It is gray and damp everywhere. This poem knows the tireless wipers of your car. It knows so many cars that never brake, never stop, never signal either. Reds, pinks, glistening hues. This poem has a bushel, a basket of plenty to offer you, if you feel like it. If you can spare $1 or part ways with some change, if you need spontaneity on the go, if you have someone waiting at home, and even if you don't. This poem is selling flowers despite the rain. This poem will never wilt. This poem goes out every single day before the sun comes out, walks the turn lane back and forth, waiting for you to roll down your window and stretch out your hand. Before I do that, shameless plug that I have a poetry open mic in Somerville. It's once a month on Tuesdays. If you're ever in the neighborhood, we'd love to have you. It's called Countertop Chance. That's the Instagram. Come on through. It'd be great to have you guys. All right, let's bring it down a notch.
Yes.
This one is called Ebb and Flow. The earth carved out wounds, an artifact exhumed, the river swollen as it surges. Not even its most basic components will last forever. It will always be existential. Salt will be moved and deposited. The smooth pebbles at its bottoms will eventually wander. New algae will bloom. Love comes back a torrent, but it's never the same. I forget if there are connecting tendons in New York, but I suppose the Charles flows there sooner or later. I wonder if any of my particles have floated down across state lines, if I have been deposited anywhere near you, if you have breathed me in, if anyone can tender me into that soft, spirited violet again. Instead, you skip your stones, a cellular memory that haunts me in the back of my throat, but before I can call out your name, a new piece of me is carried away. Thank you.
Should I call you LD or should I call you Lindsay?
LD.
Okay. Was this your first time in the Untitled?
Yes.
Yes! You all know what that means. 1, 2, 3.
Please come back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On deck, we have Z.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. No, that's so good. You're doing good. I love you.
I really need to hear this. Golly. There's left. Up next, please make some noise for Gunner.
Hey, hi, hello, how's this sound?
Yeah.
Good response so far, friends. I'm Gunner, I'm a punk rock poet.
Yeah.
You want political shit or do you want romance shit first?
Political shit.
The best answer you could have given. Fuck ice, always and forever. Also in free Palestine. Alright, this one's called A Penny for Your Gamble. We throw pennies into fountains because dreams are cheap. It doesn't cost much, but really we throw pennies into fountains because we're afraid to risk too much. To gamble, per se. Because we wouldn't bet on ourselves in this economy. Stop throwing agency into fountains. Buy a coffee for the man on the corner. If you plan to dispose of your 2 cents, at least make it useful. I forgot to mention this would be my first time on this open mic. So I can get to the poem in my phone. Thank you very much. This is called The Heart Aches. Don't fall in love with your situationship. Bad idea. Yeah, I have to. Also, shameless plug part 2. Definitely come to Countertop Chance next week, the 24th, in Somerville at Winter Hill Brewing. There we go. Okay, this one's called The Heart Aches. She lives in a different city, makes me want to move mountains or drive for the north. Longing on a different level for the first curve, smile, and the way hair falls across her face. She's every other thought and she knows it. My dreams taste like limoncello. I am so fucked. And I'm listening to Al Green as if there was anyone else I pictured but her. Google makes offers of my words with suggestions for what's left unsaid, but fuck it, we ball, don't we, miss? We already said it anyway. I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. This softness is vital. Call back to my old poems, like callbacks to my old city. It's a phone call I've been waiting for and pretending not to hear. But I guess I'm just gonna pick up this time. I just hope someone's on the other line. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Please come back.
Alrighty. On deck we have. But up next we have the one, the only, saving the best for last. Make some noise so she gets through the microphone.
Hi, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I get to see a bunch of you for the first time or for the bajillionth time.
Yeah.
So this is some new shit.
New shit.
Fresh veggies, crispy carrots.
Yeah.
Forgive me for being late. I just finished running an open mic up in Concord and then literally came straight here. I got the invitation from Sasha Tobin to work with her kids last week, and I adore them, and I adore her kiddos that I graciously got to work with my inheritance and those memory as a mosaic themed workshop. And it produced a new poem, which I didn't think was possible. So this is inspired by a poem by Lyd Havens. It's called Heirloom. But this poem doesn't have a title, but it does talk about eating disorders. So please take care of yourself. If that's something you need to take space from, please feel free to do that. But also content warning for daddy issues. So here we go. I used to watch my father at football practice, all of the bellows and boasting chest. I used to feel the way it got carried home as the recliner got rushed out of. I find myself looking for stories where the parent is compromised in some form. Dead parent, deadbeat, desperate to prove worth to dead weight tossed and pulling at my palms. The anger used to be the highlight of the night. Knives scraping teeth instead of plates as he spat at me to slow my bites down, as if I didn't watch his plate get piled high while mine got hidden in the pillows. The emotions aren't the only thing swelled here out of desire for safety. We learned how to spit fire at each other like instinct, an inheritance of irateness. To this day, the tension swells like a broken limb snapped anew. Once a bone fractures, it never heals the same. Maybe that's why the lymph never ceased. I just hide the splint, suffer. When you said we had nothing in common, when the stinging blue met flared green, I couldn't help but wonder if you really saw that little of yourself in me when I learned my lesson of shrinking from you. My mother relearned satisfaction behind small things. Portions nowhere near anyone else, and I have since learned it too, with the barrier of the barrage of treats being brought home that I could never touch without a board ripping the air. Maybe it is all just noise. Maybe it is just a table being set where I'll never belong. The surprise behind my showing up to dinner now is almost worse than the snapping, because we all now know exactly where I learned it from.
All right. If any of you are sick of me, I got good news. I'm gonna sit back down. But
I can't be. That's the problem.
George took it.
Hey.
I love complimenting my
Insane.
Love you. He's gonna talk to me in the car. That sounds so bad. Oh my god. This is why I have to sit down after a while. Like, okay, you're done. Up next is Connor. Thanks so much for coming. Mid-roll
Thank you, Nikolai. I got hurt from that, George. I don't know about you, but
Okay, hold on.
hi guys. My name's Connor Keehan. We're gonna do some quick mid-roll announcements here before we get to the main events here. So real quick, who are we? We are the Lowell Poetry Wheel. And we're a very wobbly wheel. We wobble. We don't go very straight down the street because we only have 3 spokes. But there are 3 very important spokes. We have the Lowell Poetry. We are the Lowell Poetry. We have the Untitled Open Mic. There we go. We have the Untitled Open Mic, which we are here at right now. And we have Mill City Speaks, which is our slam team, which we're having the finals tonight. And then we have Freeverse, which is our youth poetry program. And one of the great things about coming into any of our events is that we do not charge a cover fee for anything. It's because we operate solely on grants and donations. Now, what does that also mean? That also means we are broke as shit. So the late and great Dr. Douglas Bishop had a tradition here at the open mic where he would take off his hat and he would pass it around to everyone. And if you had some spare change that you could spare, it would be great. If you didn't, just put some good vibes in the hat. If you don't give a damn, just keep passing the hat along. Now, I do want to stress, if you do have extra money, put it first to the amazing staff here at Dragonfly Cafe. If anything left, it would be really amazing. Now, Rickov generously lets us use his grandfather's hat here in that tradition. And so I'm going to start passing it around. All right, and so upcoming events. There's some pretty cool upcoming events we have in the month of April. So our Untitled Open Mic we do every first and third Wednesday of every single month. So in the first Wednesday of April, April 1st, our open mic will be featuring the Lowell High School Poetry Slam team. And then on April 15th, third Wednesday of that month, we have the Middlesex Community College Student Night. May or may not be featuring. But yeah, keep a lookout for those two events. Kitchen last call 8 o'clock, bar 8:30. Yeah, awesome. So keep attention to those. Buy some drink and food while you still can. Yeah, there we go. Don't forget to visit our little welcome station up front. It has our community library, our email sign-up list, lowellpoetry@gmail.com. Our website is lowellpoetry.com and our Instagram, Lowell Poetry on Instagram. We have merch up front too. Talk to our public hosts about the merch. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff. I think that's it. I'm gonna welcome the guy in the really cool hat, Ricky, up to this open mic, and we're gonna get this slam started. All right. Oh, and also, before I welcome Ricky up, all our slammers and judges, please meet in the lobby. No.
I'll mention it.
Just be on high alert. If you're a slammer, judge, be on high alert. We're gonna be calling you up soon. Thank you guys.
Let's give it up for Connor, y'all. Obviously, if you're having a great time, Connor mentioned some good things to check out. We also got some homies who are plugging their open mic reading as well. So poetry is a beautiful scene, Why? Worldwide. So thank you for coming through here. With that being said, we're getting ready for our main event, right, y'all? Like I mentioned earlier, like we've been talking about it, these homies have been competing every month for a spot in our finals, and we're here to celebrate their hard work, but also to make a game out of it. All right, we're going to figure out. See this beautiful platinum and gold and rare gem stones. It's really heavy. I can't really lift it up. Two hands. It says poet on it. All right. Okay. If you didn't know it, you wear this, you be a poet. But this is for our Grand Slam champion. It has been worn by many waists, okay? And it will be worn by another waist tonight, our champion. So with that being said, we want to have our competing poets. If you can meet us in the lobby outside of the venue in front of the elevator, we want to do a check-in. And judges, if you can meet me on stage, we're also going to do a check-in. We're going to do a 5-minute intermission before we get going on our main event. This is a great time for you to re-up on beverages, get comfy, get some seats. This is the main event, y'all. Thank y'all for being here and making this happen. Thank you.
Good. All right, think of me here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think of me. So we're gonna have fun. Y'all are weird judging because I convinced you pretty much. But really, it's really hard all the secrets I mentioned I transferred those zeros on the opposite end is 10. Like it's fucking change. You might just gotta keep your life right. Autobiography. But the thing is, so that I encourage you to use one individually. So 8.5, that would be 8.7. If you want to use someone at 9, that's a 9.0. Okay? No more than one number out of this. You don't have to worry about the math, we'll figure out the math, alright? The highest score and the lowest score and the data which you can really little. The high score is 9.30. Don't have to worry about that. I'm just letting y'all know. Like, hey, these motherfuckers don't know how to math. This is the math number, okay? With that being said, I kind of give a soft criteria. You want to do up to 5 points based on the writing, although they graphic scored it, you can use it as a group for math. 5 points, if I like the story, it's more like how the story's really better. And then you have another 5 points based on different performance. How are they delivering it? How are they using their voice, their body? Those are all different. Whatever criteria you have, just be fair, be honest. Focus on the work, focus on the performance. I'm going to hear 6 of these focus, right? You're going to do 2 reps. I'm going to be scoring about 12 points. All I ask is that you hear the phone, done clapping, that's your cue, right? Score on your board, and just keep that shit up until I reach all 5 scores, right? You might want to do a 9.2, you might want to do a 9.2, you want to do a 9.3, you might have the same score, but I just want to see all 5 of you, right? That being said, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for being here. Anyone who needs to use the bathroom, this is a really great time. That being said, does anyone have a scoreboard and a marker? No? Okay, I'll get y'all scoreboards and a marker. Any questions? Alright. There you go. Alright. Thank you so much. Where do you stand? Wherever you want. All right. You're gonna be able to write me the order. In a second. Thank you.
Friends, this is your 2-minute heads up. We're starting the slam in 2 minutes. All right. If you want to award me with a fancy drink, I will take it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, what did I, where am I? Nice. How many? 5? 5 people? 6. Nice. We showed not here, but Nick did. Sweet. Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Shelby, a lot of personal stuff today. A lot of personal stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening at the school with the coaching program. I don't know if she shared anything with you. There's a student who went to the administration about it's not actually appropriate behavior, in my opinion. But like, or no, I'm not gonna. That's Shelby. Burden to bear, right? But it's not. Yeah, I know she's being monitored. Okay. A bunch of bullshit happened. So she kind of Alright. Yep, all good. Thank you, man. Yeah.
I'm also like when she gets back. Yeah, she's one of the stuff. So as soon as she gets back, I gotta go with her. You can
Is there sack?
Huh?
Is there sack?
We have 8 sacks, but I think is somebody offering 2 sacks?
No, I was just curious. I'm going first.
Yeah.
That's just
Oh yes, we have that. I'd love to be small.
Hey, fuck it. How may I be helpful?
I think tonight I'm gonna do the sports.
Do you want me to do time?
That would be great.
Okay. I'm all the way over there is the column, which is likely not helpful right now. What would be helpful to you right now?
Stream. It's all good. Honestly, I think I got it covered. I think I got it covered. Just take it easy and just get into the numbers. I'm just trying to think like logistically. Unless you don't mind just like
Oh my god, yeah. It's easy to visualize myself. I don't want to
yeah, but I want to be cycle over here.
Let me grab my stuff real quick. I'll see.
How much time do y'all need? Yeah, I've got the
Give me just.
Alright, how do you feel about me killing the light? How do you feel about me killing the light with vibes? Yeah. Do we, we don't have the, I don't have it, but I have this guy. You want to see what it looks like? I don't think we have enough light. If it's just this one, I don't think it's enough light. We've tried that before.
About to get started, folks. This is also an invitation to get cozier, get closer to the stage. We have our main event happening shortly on Poetry Slam. We're going to find a winner. We have cash prizes, sports ball. I am missing my hat.
Why miss my hat? I brought your hat back. I brought your hat back. Oh, sorry. Can you give me that hat, please? Yeah. So you the hat. Do you where's the order? Is the order set? Is a hell of an angle right now. Where's the order set? I sent it on Signal. Okay. And you're signing? Yeah. Okay. Do you think we have enough time for a palette cleanser? You want a palette cleanse? We have time? I'm sorry, palette cleanser. Oh, sorry, like sorbet forward. Between finals, of course. Yeah. Between round 1 and 2. Yeah, we have space. We have space. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I should be able. My blood is gonna be spilled anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Gibson. I run the Gibson Street now.
Oh, really?
I run the Gibson Street. It's been a learning curve. And then I got this with my friends and I drove the outskirts. So, I literally made my schedule to be like this on Wednesdays, so I can
Chris?
Make some noise. We have the Grand Slam Finals here at Mill City Speed.
Oh my goodness, so much of it all at once. Whoa!
I just want to do a big shout out to our lovely Untitled crew for holding it down. Everyone who touched the stage for this evening.
Yes.
That's a beautiful open mic, y'all, right? Y'all agree with that?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna do some quick housekeeping, let y'all know what's going on tonight. But this is our main event. This is a poetry slam. This is where homies are competing with their own original works and being scored by random people in the audience. There are judges, okay. But with that, we are here to welcome our next group of talented poets that possibly will be representing our venue here at Mill City Speaks here at Low Poetry Wheel. We've been doing slam for a long time. Actually, the first open mic event was actually a slam. All right, and the open mic actually did not have a name called Untitled. This incredible establishment has gone through many evolutions. All right, but the beautiful thing is y'all are here. Y'all are a part of the story in this journey, and these poets tonight are also going to be a part of that. So that's going to be really dope. You know, poetry is a beautiful art form. We use it to talk shit. We're here to tell stories, and sometimes we're here to win some prizes. Right? We got some prizes, Rico. I want to do a big shout out to this lovely table here. Let's make some noise for Rico and Z, who's going to help us out on the back end of things. You already got some lovely time with Nikolai. Hi, Nikolai. Thank you so much. Give it up for Nikolai for holding it down earlier. We love that. We love that. Beautiful. So, like I mentioned, Poetry Slam was invented by some folks at a bar, but we got the Mill City Speaks version, all right? We're here to just bring these poets together for y'all to listen and yeah, have an incredible team. With that, I want y'all to make some noise for our lovely competitors this evening. I'm actually going to read these poets by the order of the first round, so take note of that. But let's make some noise for our lovely friends. Evolucion. That's a song right there. So what we have here, we're going to do 2 rounds with this order. The second round, we're going to do scoring a new order, high to low. Okay. But we have incredible folks who are actually going to help us determine the winners, score these lovely events. We got judges in the audience, y'all. I'm gonna introduce the judge. You can clap for them. I'll give you a little fun fact that I probably made up. So you get to know why these folks are qualified, except for the fact that they can be here till 9 o'clock. All right. The first homie is our homie Ray. Our first judge is Ray. Yes, yo, Ray actually fended off a bear in Vermont one time. He's been nicknamed the very scary Ray. Okay. All right, don't fact check me. All right, we have another lovely judge. Let's give it for the homie Julia. Clap it up for Julia. Besides being here till 9 o'clock, Julia also is an artist. They love pen and ink as their favorite go-to mediums. All right, so let's give it up for them. Hopefully, we can get them to do some poetry. And the next judge, we have the homie Jenielle. Let's give it up for Jenielle, y'all. This person has some fly glasses. All right. But it also helps them see life through pictures. Ooh. There's another artist, another creator. We got some creative individuals here. We got some bear fighters and some artists. Okay. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Our next homie is give it up. Oh, this is a double. This is a double homie. We got a tag team situation. Let's give it up for Colleen and Marjorie. Let's give it up for the homie. All right. This pair, I'm not gonna differentiate, but we have someone who really loves the arts and crafts. And we also have another person who puts matcha on everything. I'll let y'all decide who's who, okay? Let's give it up for those lovely folks. Beautiful, beautiful. And our next lovely judge, you heard him out earlier. Let's give it for LD, y'all. And if you haven't already know, LD is out there hosting, organizing a lovely reading and open mic in Somerville, y'all. So, we gotta support the spots. We love a platform for open mic and artists. So definitely check them out. Counter the Top Chance. Wow, love that. Give them a follow, y'all. All right, it's time for our judges one more time. Judges. You're scoring these poems 0 to 10, all right? 0 is the worst shit you've ever heard in your life. Will you hear 0 today? No. It takes a lot to just show up, all right? These homies been working. They've been practicing, I think, all right? So the 0 is probably not, but on the other end is 10. 10 is the highest score you can give someone tonight, all right? You might actually want to change your name and steal their identity because they're like so dope, all right? Will you hear a 10 tonight? I don't know, all right?
Probably.
That's a crime, all right? What I just mentioned was a crime, okay? So identity theft.
Did you not advocate for
Well, there was a great poet named Ricky. Anyway, but there's tons of numbers in between. So judges, use one number after the decimal place. So that's a 7.5. That's an 8.3. You want to give someone a 9, that's a 9.0, all right? So make sure you have the scoreboards up and hold them up high after every score. Beautiful. We drop the high, we drop the low. So a poet can have the highest possible score of a 30, all right? Just in case you was wondering, how do you get that math? All right, I know we're poets, but we can do math. We have an incredible, talented team. We got computers. And Wi-Fi. All right, beautiful. Judges, can you do me a favor and just kind of slightly cover your ears for the next couple of minutes? Just kind of. Okay, great. Audience, yo, these motherfuckers don't know anything. I just pulled them from the crowd. All right. I use my charm and my winks to get them here. But here's the thing. I trust y'all. You make sure that you show love and let every poet know that you rock with them. If If you hear something tonight, you clap, you make some noise, and this will let the judges know what's up, all right? You have to persuade the judges to give the score that you want, all right? If you hear a score that you don't like, how do you respond?
Listen to the poem.
Thank you, Nicola. That's very kind. Does someone have a mean thing to say?
Higher.
Yeah, higher is
You
nice.
suck.
Whoa, relax. Judges, hopefully you're still covering your ears. Be nice to the judges, all right? I beg them to be here tonight, all right? Be nice to them, okay? But let them know. If you hear something you like, you cheer, all right? If you don't agree with a score, you tell them, listen to the poem, all right? Okay, judges, sorry, you can unplug your ear, all right? Judges, you are the experts tonight, all right? These audience members, they're going to try to convince you what you need to score. Don't worry about them. You are the pros. I ask you, all right? You're so gracious, so smart, so qualified, beautiful people. We need you to make this event happen. So thank you for being here. Don't listen to the audience members. Trust your gut, all right? Beautiful. With that being said, are you ready for a slam? I need some chapstick. So it's kind of dry.
Where's blood?
We need some
Blood.
blood?
Yeah, it's blood.
All right, judges. This is actually for you. Okay, this is for you, judges. We're going to have a sacrificial poet. A calibration poet. This poet has the easiest job of the night. They're not a part of the slam. They're here to just to give you the opportunity to practice scoring, okay? So this is going to be your first poet, all right? Beautiful, beautiful. With that being said, I just want to let you know I'm kind of excited. This is what I sound like on the mic right now. If you get a little bit closer, it gets a little fuzzy. Over here is pretty good. You know, if you're projecting over here, this is what you're sounding like, okay? So this is kind of a little bit of the range, all right, y'all? If you want to adjust the mics, you can twist it, lefty loosey, righty tighty, take it up and down, all right? All right, I'm gonna give you some more of a spiel, but I think I just want some blood right now because my lips are it's chappy, it's dry out here. With that being said, let's welcome our sacrificial poet,
Quicksand, frozen ice, anchor, ball and chain. I am stuck. I can't write. Or can I? Because I'm writing right now, but it's none of that good shit. The special polished shit. Because if my writing is not perfect, then it can't be shared, which is its own vicious cycle because in my eyes, all of my writing is never perfect. Burn the page, crumple it, throw it into the trash. Lord, I am in prison, writing jail, overworked and sleep deprived to the point where the writing I am trying to release is dead on arrival. Why bother? I honestly don't know because I'm writing this now, this rant, this thing. Okay. The practice of writing is important. Even though this mundane mess I'm spewing onto my phone screen like blood spilling through an IV is nothing but pretty. Does writing have to be pretty? I find myself spinning. Everyone's work is so pretty and smooth while I am jagged, splintered, piercing the veil of soft and delicate skin. I'm getting off track. The practice of writing is important because when we feel lost, stuck, drowning, and sleep deprived to the point where the writing is just dead. The quicksand of our own exhaustion is deafening, and the self-hatred. God, we need to keep pushing. Push until you can see the light at the end of the seemingly never-ending tunnel, a sunrise that we can't see. We need to exercise this muscle of writing, even if myself and all of us hate it, have no will to lift. That muscle will grow, and one day, hopefully, it'll thank us for walking while the gravity of life tried to pin us down. Right? Ah, fuck it. This is no good. Control, Alt, Delete. Thank you.
Wow, this is the most self-sacrificial poet right there. Let's give it up for Connor, y'all. Judges, do your thing. Do your thing. This is your poet, all right? All right. This is the most I'm going to give you. All right? I also want to remind everyone that these poets, as mentioned, they're doing their own original poetry. They're not reciting someone else's work. They wrote this work themselves. They have no costumes, no musical accompaniment, no pyrotechnics. It's just them in the stage, okay? All right? And also they have 3 minutes to perform with a 10-second grace period, right? You don't have to worry about that, but I'm letting our competitors know you do have 3 minutes with a 10-second grace period. At any time after that, there'll be deductions, okay? Cool. Beautiful. The only exception is if you two have a trigger warning, you are welcome to use that. It will not go against your time. But if you interact with the audience, your time will start. Okay? Cool. All right. I'm gonna have the time. Shit. All right. Hold your scores up. Hold your scores up. Hold your scores up, and don't put them down until I read all the scores. All right? Beautiful, beautiful. Making eye contact with every whiteboard here. All right. We start off with a 7.9. Then we have another 7.9. Then we have an 8.8. And then another 8.8, and then a 9.1. Let's give it up for the poet, y'all. Thank you, judges. Judges, keep note. This is the calibration. This is the score you will go back to and reference Connor, a lovely sacrifice, all right? And also a reminder, just keep those scores up until I read all 5, because you can tell this one, we got already double scores, all right? Rico, Z, are y'all ready?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna write the score down, but what we got?
We got 25.5.
25.5. Clap for the poet. Clap for points. All right, here's ready for a slam. I have to be impartial, audience, so you have to make sure you get that energy for me, okay? On deck or on double deck, we have Mike. On deck, we have Nick. But coming up first to the stage, make some noise for Evolution, y'all.
Remember the election of 2016? Yikes. How it ended with the death of Jeffrey Epstein, and suddenly I look around and everything feels like I'm back in 2020. Like when I was pushed up against an enclosing wall, admitting to myself that oxygen is just something my body doesn't receive. I closed my eyes and I felt dark into my mental disease, but when I open them, it's too bright due to the fires in the California skies. I squint. I can't see. It reminds me of my losses, the deaths, the angels above watching me speaking to you guys. I put my aviators on and I observe the world's haters. Brianna Taylor. All the deaths, serve and protect. I get that panic feeling of my privilege. I step back, heart racing, then dropping like a roller coaster, shortness of breath, stomach aches, head pounding, feeling of nausea and distress. My personal algorithm, I must confess, triggered by public speech, lack of a text back, and failing a test. Symptoms that can now be confused with coronavirus. My privilege only lasted a second, essential worker. I'm pulled back to reality during a global pandemic, feelings of loneliness outside of isolation. War at home due to administration of cerebral cortex, mental frustration, power is education. They say evidence is a college diploma, but it's tested through a presidential election. Then why am I always disconnected from reality to obtain a piece of paper of social conformity, sacrificing my mental health, ignoring the streets' cries for help, getting used to this political hell of Columbine and Trayvon Martin? In 2026, the government has converted this into ICE raids and Alex Reddy, emotional control in an attempt to make us forget about all the lynchings this year, the hanging silhouettes. Identities turned into hanging silhouettes. Why are the skeletons in my undocumented parents' closets being used as leverage to divide us? They say my voice matters, but how can I contribute to the world's change when I can't breathe? Back in 2020, I'm disorientated in a world where responsibility is seen by a piece of fabric over someone else's face. Humans are not meant to endure so much unified distress because we instinctively compare each other's successes. We have billionaires screaming at us to stay at home when they had 6 bedrooms, a movie theater, and a pool deck. Right now, you could be at your lowest year, lowest of lows. But the only thing that can make this year worse is that you disappear. Yes, we need you in the streets. Yes, we need you at the polls. Our country is still falling apart by a God whose followers claim he's just being bold. But the person who needs you the most right now, look in the mirror, behold. Don't let it mess with the potential you have currently confined. Yes, I know this room is dark. You're telling me it's caving in from the sides, but maybe your hue just needs to realign. Did you know that bright yellow is darken? It turns golden. Last time I checked, Vesper's prize.
That's your first slammer, y'all. That's your first slammer. Judges, my friends, my top 5, 6 homies. You know what to do. I need a score. Put that dry marker on the whiteboard. Whenever you have it, just hold it up. Whenever you have it, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. All right. I got 4 scores. I got 3 scores. I'm looking for my 4th score. Oh, you're gonna be seasoned after this. Like my curly fries. Yeah. All right. Beautiful. Hold on until I read all 5. Okay, y'all. Starting off with an 8.2.
Okay.
Then we have an 8.9.
All right.
Then we have a 9.2. Then we have another 9.2 and a 9.5. Let's give it up for the poet, y'all.
Okay, poet.
Good job, Alex. Appreciate you all. Y'all did a good job, guys. All right, so you do the math, and then you do the thing, and you, yep.
27.3.
27.3 is given up for the poet, that's a point. With that, on double deck, we have Chris. On deck, we have Mike coming up to the stage. Make some noise. Let's clap it up for the homie Nick, y'all.
I line the needle so that it lands on the leading groove of that record you keep in a padlock box in the center of your heart. But you bare your chest to me and show all of the dirty parts of your soul. We sit side by side, salaciously. Your smooth skin sometimes swipes just past the soft side of my arm as you drown in the memory of the song finally making sense. Do you feel it too? The wind whipping against your wide open heart. Do you feel how the music moves us together in the pale moonlight, making way through your bedroom window? I saw your hands seemed less expressive as you sink into superfluous stories that only serve to sand down the time we have to find each other. The nervousness sits inside and scrapes at your throat to keep your silence. We dance around words that spoil our true intentions. You know wolves wait for you there in the tall grass of your indecision. So you set your sights on the end of the song, a simple goal, but as that crescendo does its rounds, you don't know how to sink your teeth into sounds that hold weight, big enough to crush ourselves and the rest of this crummy little town. I inch a hand to settle on your exposed skin, and on the exposed skin of your thigh, that's movie speak for it's on. All I do is graze the soft flesh of your kneecap. My fingers retract, reaching back to a safe position. I say sorry without seeing how your eyes pop up with the prospect of not carrying that weight. It's getting harder to ignore. The bullet train bulldozing the barrier of our burning desire. That train takes my red face into its commanding claws and turns so that you and I are face to face, body to body, parallel on this turning surface. Gravity leads your hand to my cheek as your lips take the last leap into something more.
Yeah. Let's give it
it up for Nick, y'all. That's your second competitor, Nick. Judges. Favorite 6 people in the building. In addition to all my other favorite people in the building. I need scores. I need numbers. I got 3 numbers. I got 4 numbers. Looking for my 5th number. Thank you, judges, for doing wonderful. Appreciate you. All right. Starting off with a 7.4. Then we have another 7.4.
Come on.
We have a 7.8, then an 8.4, and an 8.5. Give it up for the poet. All right. So we gotta do some math, and then when you drop the high, you drop the low. What we got?
23.6.
23.6 for Nick. Give it up for the poet. That's the points on double deck. Sorry, I just want to remind y'all. This microphone is good when it's pointing up. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't fall out. Double deck, we have Z. On deck, we have Chris. Coming up to the stage, just make some noise and welcome up Mike.
Blank canvas sits quietly on the desk, waiting to be used. Blank canvas is an opportunity. White canvas is a snow-covered field without a single footprint on it yet. White canvas is a pan brought to a simmer, waiting for its ingredients. Blank canvas is a fresh sketchbook with a new pack of yet-to-be-opened gel pens. Blank canvas is still blank. Blank canvas is a silent room waiting to hear what needs to be said. Blank canvas is sketching out an idea. Shit, my pencil broke. An idea that's visited you every day for a week. Blank canvas doesn't realize what it's doing to artists. Blank canvas is white noise ringing in the ears of artists. White canvas is going to need to be painted over again in white, again, because the artist fucked up the lines far too much. Again, blank canvas is still sitting on the artist's desk because artist has a mental block for months and is trying to just make something. Blank canvas is screaming, "You can't commit to me! How can you commit to an entire show?" Blank canvas is choking on color. The artist tries their damnedest to make sense of in a bigger picture. Blank canvas is no longer blank. The onlookers gaze with eaves and ahs. The artist hates the final product.
That's a homie Mike, y'all. Give it up for the homie Mike. Judges. You know what to do with your canvas. I need scores. I got 3 scores. I got 4 scores. Only for my 5th score. Y'all are doing great. These judges, I appreciate you. Starting off with an 8.1. Then we have an 8.5. Then we have an 8.8. Another 8.8 and a 9.3. Let's give it up for your y'all. Thank y'all, audience. Appreciate you. Do we have a score for Mike?
Mike, we got a 26.1.
26.1 for Mike. Give it up for the poet. That's the points. On double deck, we have Joe. On deck, we have Zeke. Up next, I want you to make noise and welcome our next competitor. Let's give it up for Chris, y'all.
How can you be a predator? A flesh-craving, ravenous creature of the forest, teeth sharp, stomach rumbling, brain focused on the next hunt, insatiable, unfed, starving. How can you be a predator and be happy? and feed your pack when your mate turns a snout at even the idea of engaging in the carnivorous, but you can't blame him, for it wasn't his fault. He didn't see the bear trap until the trauma clamped tightly around his prepubescent paw. You can still make out the scars. And sometimes I find myself tracing a careful claw around them. I want to cut them out, erase them from his memory, but my good intentions are still just as sharp as the spiked metal jaws of the past. And when we reopen old wounds, they tend to stay longer. We mate for life here, but life doesn't give directions for how to survive when existence is a spectrum and we find each other on different ends. I want to feed him, but he says he's not hungry. I want to feed him, but he says he's not hungry. I want to feed him, but he says he's not hungry. So what are you hungry for? If not to track the sinful scent of a successful hunt, he tells me I'm hungry. And I look down at my own paw, bloodied. Trauma clamped tightly around it. Mine was built differently than his. I'd gotten used to the stinging pain, convinced myself that discomfort was part of the hunt because I know that if I pry it off, it is going to scar.
Let's give up a poll with Chris. Yes. Judges. You know what to do. You're pros at this, all right? I need a number. I need 5 numbers. What we got? I'm waiting for one more. Beautiful. Starting off with an 8 even. Then we have a 8.9. Then we have a 9.2, a 9.4, and a 9.5. It's good for you, boys! You think I dress up for fun? No, I don't.
Yes.
Oh.
Called out.
I'm just trying to be cute for the main event tonight. Do we have a score for
You're
tonight?
always cute.
Bro, I'm here for the drip.
Fishing for compliments. Yeah. What do we got?
27.5.
27.5. Good for the pole at the boys. On deck we have Joe. Coming up next in this slam, I want you to make some noise and welcome the homie Z.
Content warning for substance abuse. Let's do some fucking poems, guy. Listen, kid. The fucking plums, kid, in the fridge, kid, you wanna hold them for Sophia's christening? I fucking crushed them, kid. They were the fucking balls. Cold as a well digger's ass. Listen, kid. That Falcon kid, he can't hear shit. That Falcon doesn't know whether to shit or go blind. Things go tits up, kid. The center is fucked. Listen, kid. The fucking woods, kid, you're fucking great. All dark and shit. But I got shit to do, kid. I can't sit around here all night playing fuck. It didn't make any sense to me when I first got here, but now I know it's the truest poetry you will ever hear.
Yeah.
See, I grew up in a town in central Maine with 3 traffic lights, 4 abandoned mills, and little hope. And when I was 23 years old, I gathered my strength and I left. I got out and I moved to Lowell, Massachusetts. I was already into the pills. And there along the Merrimack in another crumbling mill town where people's words fall out of their mouths and stick to the sidewalk like dirty ice, I found the needle. And I might have died. Except this one time on Bridge Street, this lady, her blonde wig askew, her breath all southern comfort and hope, leaned down and tied my bedraggled shoelaces, looked me in the eye and said, "Everybody needs help sometime, honey." And then over the Rourke Bridge she went to wherever angels go. Or all the people who stopped their cars when I was walking to work in 30 below. Jesus Christ, you'll freeze your ass out there. Get in the car. And the guy in the dirty Celtics hoodie who leaned out the window of his plumbing van pointed at my dog. He's a fucking legend. I know what happens to the bars that drop off. They give them to strangers. Breaks them home. It keeps them warm. It gets them sober. It's magic. It wets throats in summer and warms hands in winter. It blooms in our chests like a drop of honey in a cup of dark tea. Which is to say, it lives. It's what I've been doing these 25 years. Living. Listen, Kay, the fuck else should I have done? Life lasts about as long as a fart in the wind. You only get one shot at this thing. Question is, what the fuck you gonna do with it?
Give it up for the homie Zeke, y'all. Judges, I need scores. I need scores. I need numbers. I need 5 numbers. Right? I got 3 numbers. I got 4 numbers. Looking for my 5th number. Beautiful, beautiful. Judges, you are pros. I appreciate you 100%. Starting off with a 9.4.
Higher.
Then we have another 9.4. Then we have a 9.6.
Whoa.
And I need a new prescription. What's that? What is that? I got a 10! And another 10! All right. Doing that. Don't get too excited. We got to do that. All right, Rick, Z, what is the score?
Are you asking Z or asking me?
I'm asking both of y'all. Somebody.
You can say it.
It is a 29.0.
29.0. Give it up for the poet, not the boys. Closing this out, the first round. We have one more round after this, all right? Just want you to know. We're closing this out in the first round. I want him to walk into the stage, make some noise, and clap it up for the homie, Joe!
I got 17 gummy bears in my belly button right now. My belly hair be acting like gummy bear snares. My belly button like a tar pit. I know, fuck that, my belly button's like a carpet. Funny gummies be dummies getting mad stucky when they strut into the gully where my bully used to be. I got 17 gummy bears, 17 gummy dares, 17, don't you care, 1738. I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? I got 17 gummy bears in my belly button right now. Button not gummy. I got 17 belly bears in right now. A button bears right. 17 jellies got in bellies. Y'all jelly? Nah, y'all gummy. Belly bears. Please be aware that if you walk across my abdomen, be attentive while you're traveling. I'm going to give you some advice. There's adhesive trapped in the path that you've taken, protruding from the skin that my body has shapen. And if you aren't careful in that specific squishy location, well, I got 17 gummy bears in right now, and you might think that's some alarming shit, but me and the gummies ain't got a fuck to show for it. Take a walk down the block to 5th and search for a fuck to give, but sadly, gummy souls are as empty as Massachusetts potholes. Honestly, they're a bunch of fucking assholes. I got 93 gummy bears in my belly button, and they're annoying. AF, Huckleberry feeling dropped a tuck and was a 2-hand tuck champion who's been diagnosed with acid reflux, so he can't tell a lie again. Hey yo, fuck 17 gummy bears, fuck a corn syrup filled body cavity, fuck a shower loofah that won't fit inside of my belly basin. There are 19 gummy bears in my belly button right at this very moment as I'm speaking to you. I would give you some, but I think it's a
prop violation or something. But judges, hear me very clearly. Had there been no point deduction, I would have evenly distributed this melted candy to everyone in the room. Can I get some points for that? Can I get some snaps for it? Just the sheer act of doing a whole poem with 43 gummy bears in my belly button. I wouldn't lie about that. Who would lie about something to get points at a poetry slam?
Let's give it up for the homie Joe, y'all. Yes. Yes. Do not eat candy from strangers. Anyway, any scores? I got 3 scores. I'm looking for my right score. Looking for my 4th score. Looking for my 5th score. My lips are no longer chapped. He was curious.
Yay!
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Starting off, we got a score of a 7-9. Do we have an 8-7? Do we have an 8-8? A 9.4? How many? 10 gummy bears! Thank you, judges. We gotta do some math. What do we got?
Total score of 26.9.
26.9. Let's give it up for the poet, not the opponents. All right, y'all. We're doing some calibration, some Excel sheet stuff right now to figure out the second order of the round. Okay. This is also a wonderful time. The bar is going to be closed in about 15 minutes, all right? You're like, damn, this shit is getting juicy. You know what's really juicy? Getting some juice, all right? Getting some hydration, all right? You know, so if you want to grab something real quick, that's wonderful. You want to get me a little something, you know, to support the venue? You tell me what I'm drinking. You tell me what I'm drinking. Okay?
Martinis all day, every day.
Right. I'm just here to, support the venue anyway. So tip the venue, all that stuff. I just want to do a big temperature check. All my homies in the back room. How you doing in the back room? How you doing, homies in the back room? Yeah, love that. That's good energy. How about the homies in the front room? How about the homies like in the middle? How y'all doing? Okay. All right. Beautiful. All right. Here's the order for our second round, y'all. Thank you for being here. This is important.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. All right. I have to be here. I don't have to be here. Been here for. How long has the open mic been going around? Anyway.
Yes.
Here's the order of the second round. We're going to hear these poets once more. We're going to combine their scores to figure out the winner. We're going to take home some prizes. Ricka, are you able to tell me what some of these prizes are?
I can once I get them.
All right. Mystery prizes. Hopefully that gets figured out. Okay. All right. In this order, we have Zeke, Chris, Evolucion, Joe, Mike, and Nick. All right. Beautiful. With that being said, on double deck, we have Evolucion. On deck, we have Chris. But coming back to the stage once more, let's make some noise. Let's clap it up for Z.
Content warning for mental illness.
Thank you.
You all know the story of the Winchester Mystery House. The wealthy widow, Sarah Winchester, is so rich and so crazy that she thinks she's being pursued by the ghosts of rifle shot victims from her husband's product, and she builds her house every day, thinking that if she never finishes, the ghost will never find her. My father was not Sarah Winchester. He was not rich, but he talked to people that weren't there and saw things that didn't exist. As a child, I did not have the term schizoaffective disorder. I only know that when he opened his mouth in public, I held my breath. When I was 12 years old, on school vacation week, I flew out to spend the week with my father. And on one of those days, he took me to the Winchester Mystery House. I remember walking through that rolling riddle of rooms with him, oddly quiet, taking in all the hallways and staircases to nowhere, the doors that open only to brick walls. I remember it smelled like warm cedar. All this beauty, the testament to one person's madness. If I could have, I would have stayed with that moment with him forever. As I grew and he got older, he got worse. Through my teens and 20s, I barely spoke to my father. But when he retired, he moved back to the tiny one-room house where I was born and began fixing it up. He was good at it. Construction was the one job he was ever able to keep. So I went out to see him, to help. I hung a new door on my father's barn, and I have never been good at that. I hung it upside down and backwards so it opened the wrong way and sat crooked on the frame. And as I turned with the shame in my throat, I saw only a smile in my father's eyes. The warm, deep, well-watered smile. As if in his world, there were all kinds of doors, opening in all kinds of ways. That thing about Sarah Winchester building the house over and over to get away from the ghosts is bullshit. It was made up by the people who bought the house after she died to sell tickets to tourists. She did it to keep people in work through difficult times. She did it for love. And love is a door that opens backwards. A maze that builds itself new every day. A building that is never finished, but is somehow always home.
Let's give it up for Z!
That was the last time you heard from Zeke tonight. Judges, it's not your last time. Can I get some scores? Can I get some scores? 4 scores. We got 5 scores. Amazing. Amazing. Y'all are so pro. I appreciate y'all. Starting off with a 9.1, then a 9.0. Then we have a 9.4. And then we have a 9.9 and a 9.9. Let's give it up for the poet! Appreciate y'all. All right, so we gotta drop the high, drop the low. What we got, guys?
Zeke got a 28.4.
28.4 for the poet. All right. On doubles deck, we have Joe. On deck, we have Lucian. Coming back to the stage, I want you to clap it up and welcome Greg! Keep on clapping!
I never met her, but I mourn the woman you were before the world twisted and broke you. Maybe because I think I saw a glimpse of her once when the veil had slipped, before you recovered, seemingly without missing a beat, but I could tell in the way you looked at me after them that I'd gotten too close. I had a talent for figuring you out too deeply, but never in the manner that could have saved me. Instead, I self-sacrificed for years to try to save you, yet I've been told that I never met the real you. I believe they call it irony, and I should be ashamed to call it love. Because how absurd would it be for me to say that I loved you out loud? For God's sakes, I never even met you. Just an empty frame where your picture should be, but not like your picture, like the ones from 2014. Sometimes I scroll through your Instagram like a memorial, which is crazy because you're alive. But we don't exist in the same world anymore. And if you ask the undertakers and the gravediggers, they tell me to be thankful that that 7-year chapter is 6 feet under. But I can't help but find myself wandering back to the headstone. I sit at the grave of us and talk to the breeze, and it feels familiar. Like maybe the whole time I was talking novels to the wind in the shape of you. Must be why, towards the end, you only ever seemed to be a hurricane. I was never able to make it into the eye of your storm, and I need you to know that I'm still stuck on the roof of a flooding house months after your storm surge has left landfall. That's probably why tropical storms have anniversaries, because you can't just dry murky water out of a house. You'll get mold. And I think that's why I'm still in the affected areas trying to tear out my insulation. FEMA practically laughed at me when I asked them to respond to a disaster that I still kind of miss. And maybe that's what makes us alike in some kind of twisted way. Because we're both post-tragedies, trying to be something that we're not. You, trying to pretend that your heart isn't filled with hope for better days, and me, trying to pretend that there could have been better days.
Give it up for Chris, y'all. Thank you, Chris. Judges, my experts, my number crunching, lovely homies with the marker. I got 4 scores. I went for my 5th score. We're contemplating. We're looking at the rubric right now, and the rubric is giving us a number. Beautiful. Excuse me. Starting off with a 7-7.
What?
Then we have a 8.9.
Okay.
Then we have another 8.9. Then we have a 9.1. And then 9.3 is given for the poet! All right. We're round 2, y'all. We're in round 2. You hear that shaking right now? Right.
I feel that shake. Got a total score of 26.9.
26.9 for Chris. Give it for the poet. On double deck, we have Mike. On deck, we have Joe coming back for the second time for the stage. Please make a lot of noise and welcome Evolution!
My first job was at 8. As an interpreter for my mother, translating for my family at parent-teacher meetings. I got a gold star sticker for being a linguist, translated field trip forms to places my parents didn't know, and filled out back-to-school packets because my mother didn't want to be labeled as an absent parent. Even though her presence developed a child labor kind of occupation, or maybe I was just drafted, a cadet of translation. How else to repay the sacrifice when they dove into this country from the skylines, following a trajectory, carrying only their native tongues and traditions. They gave me so much Spanish, labeled it as opportunity, but this world tries to remove it with English. Being professionally bilingual in this country doesn't feel like a palindrome. The direction is English native to foreigner, the accent's on, yo hablo aquí, instead of just I speak. My parents never thought the American dream would turn into a battleground. Bedtime stories with my dad giving me intel on the enemy. Agents that raid schools, break into homes, kidnap professionals, and call it border control. This is education, an attempt to build up my arsenal. But as a little girl, I thought monsters were imaginary. My dad thought protection was awareness and a birth certificate, but received a bombshell from ICE. Here we're combating a country that makes us the primary target. First one to be pulled out of the protest. If we're lucky, they throw us back into a cell, label it criminal, fight back. But my mouth is faulty armor, a tongue-tied citizen, translating the words fast enough in my head so I won't be confused. Because ICE isn't bilingual. It's only there when you learn, pray, cry, or die in Spanish. I unapologetically show my identity. Proud to be a combination of a no-accent U.S. citizen and a byproduct of a no-speaking English undocumented immigrant. I developed a new war tactic, birthed from little girls like me, a combination of English and Spanish, not a code switch, linguistical choices. Spanish sharpens my tongue and enhances my battle cry. I used to speak hesitant. Learned from 2 dictionaries, but never fluently. I am unapologetically a combination of English and Spanish, not a code switch. part of Dos Mundos. This isn't a world of war or guerra. I am part of two.
Let's give it up for the poet, yo. Judges, do your thing. We need scores. I need 5 numbers. I got 2 numbers. I got 3 numbers.
It is espresso martini.
All right. And our last number. Now, y'all doing great. All right, I'm gonna read it out. Starting off with an 8.4. And we have an 8.8. We have a 9.4, a 9.7, and a 10! Clap for the poet. Now we do drop the high, we do drop the low, but we get 3 numbers in the middle. That adds to a what we got?
27.9.
27.9 for the poet. Give it for the poet at the points. All right. On double deck, we have Nick. On deck, we have Mike. Coming back to the stage for the second time. Last time, I want y'all to make some noise and welcome back Joe!
Let me give you a trigger warning for some potentially gruesome imagery. Did you know that Jack Kerouac was born here in Lowell? Dr. Sachs, On the Road, Maggie Cassidy, all that actually happened here. Imagined here, inspired here, written here on these cobblestone streets. Lived over in West Seaville as a kid, but really there's signs of the dude all over the place. You know, Kerouac Park, the Kerouac Society. He's so important to the moral fabric of Lowell that country music star Zach Bryan purchased the vacant St. Baptist Church down in Middlesex with the sole intent of turning it into a Jack Kerouac Learning Center and Museum. $3.4 million for a building that's been sitting vacant for 30-something years. And shouldn't we be so lucky to have had this alcoholic, womanizing, and dare I say, oftentimes homeless artist grace our streets for as long as he did? It's an interesting thing, you know, the concept of being homeless. Spend all that time trying to be unseen, small. At the same time, society points at the dirty clothes on the street, draws you the silhouette instead of the person casting it. In 2024, Lowell passed an anti-camping law. Trust me, Google it. It means exactly what it sounds like it means. That's 267 documented residents of the state, and I'm sure hundreds, if not thousands more, that have been deemed illegally present within city limits, unanimously passed by our city council. About 5 months ago, a sleeping homeless person named Lee Stewart was crushed to death by a garbage truck just down the road on Jackson. He used to have a tent right across the road from Dragonfly Cafe on South Common before he had his illegal campsite torn down by the police and found refuge sleeping inside of dumpsters on cold nights. But I wonder if he was a poet, if he survived that night, wrote some book, called it Dr. Compactor or some stupid shit. I mean, it's hard for me not to draw the comparisons. Who exactly does deserve attention? Who exactly does deserve your empathy? Those who demand it or those who haven't learned its definition? Lowell, this is erasure. This is hypocrisy. Renovate and dedicate a whole building to a white man who wrote books of poetry called his tales of the beatnik, homeless in the name of our culture, and simultaneously systematically disenfranchise and sometimes accidentally crush real people because you write shitty laws that are funded by the rich who've convinced themselves that virtue signaling is a protest. You don't care about people, you care about optics. If you can't see them, you can't smell them. Anti-camping laws mean anti-homeless law, and anti-homeless law is fascist doctrine.
Let's give it up for Joe, y'all. I need numbers. I got 3 numbers. 2 more numbers. You're a great audience. Shout out to my different levels of the room. Okay. Starting off with a 7.9. Then we have a 9.1. Another 9.1. A 9.5. And a 10! Let's give it up for the poet, y'all. So, you know, numbers, they're funny, they add up and we got a new number. What's the new number?
New number is 27.7.
27.7 is giving up for the poet, not the points. On deck, we have Nick. We're coming back for the second time tonight. I want y'all to make some noise. Welcome back, Mike!
Time is moving every single moment. I am getting older every single second of every single minute of every single hour of every single day of every single week of every single month of every single year. Fuck, I just got so much of doing that right now. If I'm allowed to be vulnerable for a moment, I am afraid that I won't do anything of value by the time I leave this mortal coil. Will the things that I've written through the future generations' years? Will I build a foundation for the youth that will succeed me? Will I grab the right pickles when I go to the grocery store because Chris likes the kosher ones and not the red ones? Fuck it. I have gotten so much older worrying about things that have not fucking happened yet. Because it's not like if I spend countless nights laying awake, starting poems and deleting them and planning how not to fuck everything up going forward, God is going to give me a credit back by the time my corpse is chucked into its shallow hole. Yeah. Fuck, I have gotten so much older worrying about shit that has not happened yet. Shit, I already used that. Fuck, I just wish everything could stop. But it can't. We're going to keep getting older. We can't go back. We can't know what's ahead. Just have to live for today.
Let's give it up for Mike! My favorite 6 people with dry erase markers in the world. And he scores. All facts.
Lording with Lumen.
Amazing. We should do like a judging club. We should just go around and score people out of nowhere. All right, we're starting off with a. Oh, interesting. All right, we got a.
Maybe it's your hair.
Oh, is it my hair? Okay. We have an 8.7. Another 8.7.
Yeah.
Then we have an 8.9 and an 8.9 and an 8.9. Give it up for the poet. I know. See, your brains gets all squishy. It's the same thoughts, but we have another number. What's the total score?
Total score of 26.5.
26.5 for Mike. Give it up for the poet, not the points. Closing us out for this slam. We did 2 rounds, y'all. Proud of all of us. Coming back to the stage, I want you to make some noise and welcome Nick!
The houseplant lives off feeble fluorescence. It waits for 6 p.m. where the light slips through at angles that reach its malnourished chloroplasts. Its tendril roots scratch and scrape across the walls of its clay pot, ornately decorated with stripes and patterns of exotic origin. It's a beauty dressed in chains of superb aesthetics. But what is beauty that exists for a single eye? It watches as the grasses stretch and spread and reach up to the plentiful sky before the shrieking machine strikes at their stems, leaving stubby limbs still seeking sky. The houseplant knows the world is filled with blades that seek only destruction, but it knows it would take the weeds and winters for a short lifetime in the sun.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for Nick!
Judges. Y'all been doing the work. I appreciate y'all so much. The last time you're scoring a poem this evening, so you come back and doing it. I need 5 scores. 5 scores. 4 scores. 1 more. Beautiful. Lovely. Starting off with a 7.5. Then we have a 7.6. Then we have an 8 even, an 8.3, and an 8.7. Let's give it up for the poet. What we got total score?
Got a total score of 23.9.
23.9. Give it up for the poet. Applause for our lovely judges. Thank you, judges, for scoring. We couldn't have done this time without y'all. You all incredibly, yeah. Thank you so much. Let's do a big round of applause for our poets as well.
Yeah!
Beautiful slam. We got to tally up some scores a little bit, do some math a little bit.
God, I appreciate you.
You don't want me to do it all. How much time do you need? How much time? We get it. You don't have to score me. But I'll take feedback. Can we do a poem together?
Oh yeah, Rick York, school poem.
All right.
Let's go.
I just need contributions from our lovely audience.
Screech!
Customer service. Screech is the first contribution. Thank you.
Kielbasa.
Yes. Oh my God.
I'm looking for another contribution.
Kielbasa.
What is it? Kielbasa?
Kielbasa. Polish sausage.
Sausages.
Okay, I do it with kielbasa sausage.
It's a Polish sausage. Don't erase my culture.
Can I get a contribution from the middle or the end of the room? What is it? Octopus. All right, Great. Those are our contributions. We're going to do a poem together, okay, y'all? And I already forgot all of those contributions, so help me out later, okay?
Screech, kielbasa, customer service.
Great, okay. I'm only doing this because they need to do math. We need to figure out who's our winner. All right. This poem is titled. This poem is called "Don't Yell at Me." I haven't written a poem since the 5th grade. There's a poem out there that has been bullying me. Don't yell at me, poem. I see you from across the room, wanting to write itself into the front page. A poem is always listening and talking back at the same time. A poem is a number that I don't remember to call, but always need to say something. It's a customer service screech. It is a hum at the end of the line. The bully hums, and the whole room becomes a louder frequency. There's a poem dialing into a memory. It births itself a birthday for each month that I forget it. There are 8 months in a year, or an octopus on a calendar.
Oh.
Everything sticks, and the ink runs like water, like ocean, and it finds a new river drowning itself away. Do not erase the poem, the bully. It is just a mirror. A mirror is just a rock that is shiny. A bully is just a shiny rock. It's just paper. It is just scissor. It is just ink running. It is 8 legs, and I am just running. I'm running out of time. The poem is trying to find itself on the front page. You never ask how the kielbasa is made, but it is here on this plate, and it feeds you. This poem is feeding you. This poem. Thank you.
Where's my score? Where's my score? Beautiful, y'all. Beautiful. Thank you.
That was a devastation.
Thank you.
Come on.
All right. That gave y'all plenty of time to do the scores. We have to announce our winners. Rico, what are our prizes? Do you know what our prizes are?
Top 3 get money.
Top 3 gets money. Oh my goodness.
Get to be on the team.
Wow.
Top 5 is on the team.
That's right.
Scandalous. All right. Once again, thank y'all so much for being here. This cannot happen without an audience, without the judges, without the crowd, without these poets. All right. This has been a long time in the making. We do this every year, so really appreciate y'all for being here and making this happen. So much joy and gratitude. We have to announce our incredible poets. Do you want to have all the poets on stage just for vibes? Can all the competing poets just join us on stage? Is that cool?
It was like that was every qualifier.
Thank you.
That was the final.
All the competing poets, y'all. We cannot do this without a phone call, so I want to give a big shout out. Come to the stage. Cue people in the front. Cue people in the front. Cue people in the back.
I don't know, man.
I'm not sure I can get out. Sorry.
All right, just get a little bit. Yeah, let's do some layers. I want to get a photo real quick. Okay?
Hey.
Such a rise. Such Adam Da Vinci.
All right, can y'all just get a little bit closer? Nick, you want to speak to me a little bit? Perfect. Thank you. One more time. 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, someone peeked out on my ceiling. All right. There's a saying, the best poets don't win, which is just a silly game, but we got prizes, all right? So I want you to make sure you give just same amount of love to all these folks, all right? Because like I said, these folks did not just show up. They've been working on this, all right?
You can just take the mic out of the stand.
You right. With that,
Stand up straight.
all right, y'all. So big a bully. We did a whole poem about it, all right? Beautiful. With 6th place, I want you to make some noise and really give it up for our dear poet and friends. Give it up for Nick, y'all! Shout out to the homie Nick. With that, coming in 5th place, I want you to clap it up for the homie Mike! And then 4th place, I want you to cheer it up. Give it for Chris! All right. We're getting to the money round. All right. Do you want to double it and give it to the next person? All right. 3rd place with they're going to get a prize on. They want to give it. Yeah. What's that? 30?
Looks like 30 to me.
$30.
Right?
3rd place, $30. Makes sense. Let's give it up for John! We got the money fairy. And we got 2nd place, we got 1st place, y'all. So 2nd place is getting 50.
Whoa!
Damn.
That's a 5 and a 0, not
I didn't get dinner yet. Just kidding. Okay. All right. And then I want you to make some noise and clap it up for
Evolution!
which means $70 for first place and to wear this beautiful, beautiful championship Grand Slam.
Give it up for our
Thank you. Y'all, this is Minnesota Speech. Congratulations. Big shout out to our organizing staff, Dragonfly Cafe, our lovely team of judges, the stream that I'm blocking. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all get home safe. We're gonna be cleaning up shortly. Thank y'all so much. Roll poetry.